Hey there, I'm Troy McClure. You probably remember me from sitcoms such as My Parents Kicked Me Out of the House and the wonderful I Live in a Cardboard Box Now. Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and that you are having a great day. And in today's video, I'd like to sit back in my very squeaky chair, relax, and have a conversation with you guys about hobbies. And the fact that, in my opinion, I believe that you, viewer, should have a hobby that is just for you and no one else. And what do I mean by that? You see, in our modern era of social media and side gigs and hustles and all that jazz, it's very easy to monetize and commercialize your hobbies and interests. I do it here on the channel, and thousands of other YouTubers do it, and content creators across all sorts of media platforms. They take the things they enjoy and they find creative ways, or uncreative ways in my case, of turning it into either a way of getting views for their content or getting paid for their time. You know, TCG fans can buy and sell the card games they love playing. Video game fans will stream their games or review them with hilariously in-depth, hour-plus long reviews for 10-year-old video games. God, some of those deep dives are crazy. But I think something that's forgotten a whole lot in the year of our Lord Harambe plus 10, your hobbies don't need to be on display for everyone. Your hobbies don't necessarily need to be monetized. And I'm not saying don't monetize or don't talk about or don't share your hobbies, because that would be well, it'd be kind of a stupid thing for me to say, wouldn't it, considering what I do here on this channel. What I am saying that in addition to the things you put out there on social media, in addition to the things you buy and sell and make a business out of, you should have hobbies, interests, things you do in your spare time to cool down, relax, unwind for the day, that you do just for you and just for the enjoyment of it. And if you find simple pleasure in just doing the business of it, just doing the social media part of it, if you genuinely enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say that, but I am trying to say that if you spend too much time on the things that you ostensibly enjoy, wondering how you can best monetize it or best advertise it or best use your time with it, that quickly leads to burnout. That can quickly lead to even slight resentment of things you enjoy. I've experienced it in the past, and I know several people who have walked away from things they enjoyed just because they felt it became more of a chore to engage with their hobby than they really felt that it should have. It's easy, to fall in love with something. Very easy. It just has to click in just the right way. A card game has to have the right mechanics. A video game has to have just the right gameplay loop, right? The right presentation, the right FPS gun. That's a very loud car. Gun action. An anime just has to have the right characters with the right assets on display. But it's also easy to fall out of love with something if you find it becoming tedious or inconvenient or annoying, or you get one too many bad reviews on your web store or your eBay account or your TCG player account, and you find yourself getting frustrated, even wanting to fulfill orders. There's a number of things that can cause you to fall in love with something, and there's an equally large, possibly larger number of things that can cause you to fall out of love with something. And I find that the ability to just step away from one hobby for a few days, weeks, whatever, and step into another hobby completely unrelated for any amount of time is really rewarding, really refreshing, because not everybody has I think the desire to turn every aspect of their lives into something that's monetized for the sake of just getting as much cash out of the system as possible. And again, there's nothing wrong with monetizing or putting social media adverts on your hobbies. I have a whole channel to it, and I dedicate a lot of my online time to buying and selling the things I enjoy. I like anime. At some point, I'm going to be talking about anime on the channel. I like video games. I talk about video games on the channel. I love card games. I buy and sell card games, and I talk about card games on the channel all the time. There are people out there who engage in hobbies that they are very good. It's very easy, I find, to profit off of the things you enjoy if you're even halfway decent at it. There are Pokemon fans who play the Pokemon video games. And do you know what they do? They sell their Pokemon. There are Call of Duty fans who are super into Call of Duty that sit there for hours at a time just live streaming their gameplay. Sometimes very passionately, and sometimes over time they fall out of love with it. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Times change people, and sometimes you'll go back to enjoying it after just a bit of a break. Other times you won't, and that's fine. But I do find that having something else to fall back on, something else that's largely unrelated, but maybe in the same sphere of hobbies as the thing that you've been kind of steadily found becoming grating, steadily falling out of love with, it's very relaxing. You know, there have been plenty of times where I've been sitting down at 11 o'clock at night thinking, man, do I really want to sort through 4,000 more Pokemon cards tonight? Or another 2,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Do I really want to, you know, get up tomorrow morning and go to the post office and send out these video games or whatever? Like, those thoughts come to you. Like it or not, especially the longer you go, those thoughts will come to you. And sure, that's just business talk, business thinking, right? But I find that, you know, sure, maybe I'm not in the mood to play Pokemon right now because I'm too focused on how do I monetize this? Or do I really want to shuffle up and play with these cards because I could be selling them? And just having the ability to take a little mental break from engagement with that and go play something else is really rewarding. You know, at the moment right now, I'm not exactly in the most enthusiastic mood about Magic the Gathering. My Magic the Gathering engagement right now is purely transactional. I am barely playing Magic. I am buying and selling it. That's it. I have played one game of Magic in all of 2026. And, you know, it was fun and all that jazz, but I wasn't finding myself enjoying it. Mostly because so much of my Magic thoughts right now have been Universes Beyond bad, Wizards of the Coast bad, and man, I really could just be spending this time on the store or organizing stuff. And having the ability to just take a break from playing Magic for fun, because I'm not exactly enjoying it, and going to play something like, I don't know, I'm playing through Jack 2 right now on the PlayStation 2. Fun game. Hard as shit. Hard as shit for someone like me who's bad at video games. You know, it puts my mind off of Magic. And, you know, when I find myself motivated to go back into Magic and just play it as a game and engage with it as a hobby, I'll find myself refreshed and gladder for having taken a break rather than letting it go on and getting upset at it and all that jazz. You know, taking a little mental vacation from your hobbies, especially the ones that you monetize on yourself or put out there for others. You know, the ones you turn into a chore, the ones you turn into something that you have to do rather than something you do for the love of it, can be very rewarding. So I urge people out there, if you are like me and you have multiple hobbies that you engage with, either financially or as a self-imposed commitment for social media, whatever, get other hobbies too. Find something else that you enjoy, whether it's rock collecting, going on a hike, art, watching anime, that's a hobby. Yelling at birds, that can be a hobby. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But find something that can take your mind away from the things that you're currently engaged with. Because, yeah, believe it or not, you can need a break from your break. It's crazy to understand, but once you understand it, you're like, oh, wow. Because sometimes you just need to step back a bit and let your love for your hobbies recharge. Because I promise you, if you're feeling a bit worn out, a bit listless when it comes to the things you ostensibly enjoy, if you take a break from those to do something else, if you try switching things up a bit, adding a bit more spice to your life, whatever that spice ends up being, snowboarding. Snowboarding is a hobby. An expensive hobby, mind you. I don't actually recommend snowboarding. From what I understand, it's expensive as shit. But yeah, you know, step away from the things that you ostensibly like that you're finding yourself falling out of love with and try something else or engage with something else. And don't engage with it for money or views or whatever. Engage with it because you want to take a little break from something else, whether it's the real world or your hobbies. You know, this is a hobby-centric channel, but there's a lot out there that you can be enjoying. So what I'm trying to say in this video, if there's one thing that you take from this video, it's your uncle's advice is to occasionally take breaks from your hobbies and to try something else, just to keep that that interest and that love flowing. That's all I got for you kids today. That train in the background's getting really loud. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you agree with me, disagree with me, think I'm crazy, whatever have it. Check out the Discord, check out the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.